Well guys, welcome back. This is the last video of the series of the 10-10, and yes, it's always important to do that stretch and recovery. Today's an active recovery, stretching out those muscles. Once again, this one can be used at the end of any of the other videos in the 10 series, just to loosen off afterwards and give your body that self-love. We really want to look after that mobility in our hips, stretch out those hamstrings, stretch out that back, just to leave you feeling rejuvenated, renovated, yeah, you kind of can feel renovated afterwards, like a house. You know, you kind of buy a house, go in there, do it up, feel good afterwards. This is what the stretching is all about. Awesome guys, come join me on the mat. Alrighty guys, come meet me at the top of your mat. We're going to get some nice stretching in. You've done some excellent hard work, but this is also a great one to do on its own. So meet me at the top of the mat, feel nice and grounded through those feet, rock through those heels. So it's like the releve up and rocking back. So I'm just finding my grounding here, just get my body nice and centered. Inhale, exhale, let's lift those arms up, slight little back bend, nothing too over the top. Dive the arms down, we're going to walk back, walk out, walk back, walk out. There we go, walk out to a beautiful plank. Drop the knees if you need to. Push yourself up to that downward dog, back to the plank, and walk yourself back up. I love inchworms, that's what it's called. Head down, inhale, exhale, roll it up. It's a really great way to work that upper body, but also working that core stability. Let's hold here, shoulders down, a little releve lifts here. Just stretching out those calves. Inhale, exhale out, dive it back down, walk it back out, pinkies on the edge of the mat, hold here just for a second, pipe those hips up, that nice stretch, rotate the elbows down, push in, inhale, exhale, roll forward, back into that beautiful plank position, walk yourself back on up, inhale, exhale, let the top of the head hang heavy, restack that spine, arms lift, up over here, shoulders down, nice little releve lifts here. Think about drawing that rib cage down. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, dive it back on down, we'll walk it back on out, hit into that beautiful plank, push yourself up, pause here for a second, just walk through those heels. So I might walk my feet a little closer, that feels a bit nicer for me, feet about hip width apart, rolling those shoulders down and away, just pushing through those heels. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, roll it back out, hit into that plank, walk with the hands, inhale, exhale, feel nice and heavy in the top of the head, bend the knees, inhale, exhale, restack, all the way up, lift those arms up, take a little back bend, bring it back to center, close the ribs, little releves here. Nice and lifted, feel anchored through the center of those feet. For 3, 2, last one. We're going to dive it down, walk it into that plank. From here, push back into that dog. I'm going to lift the right leg up, inhale, exhale, bend that knee, hike as you bring it through, and step it in between the hands. Sometimes that can be hard. Just find your way. Come meet me here if you need blocks. You can use blocks. Just holding here, we're going to bend and extend. Extend and bend. So if you need blocks, you can bring them in. So I'm just pushing back and pushing forward. So I feel a nice little calf stretch, hamstring stretch happening here. Feeling the hips. So if you feel like you can't keep the back straight, you can use some blocks. That's it. The knees just coming forward and back. This time, inhale, exhale, push back and lift the toes up for that calf stretch. Breathe it through. Now if you need, you can always drop that back knee and calf stretch it out here. Do what feels nice and comfortable for you. Stretching out that calf. Inhale, exhale. That should feel good. Bend it back. From here, we're going to use that core. Inhale, exhale, lift up those hands. Sink down. Roll the shoulders down and away. I'm going to take my opposite arm to the leg that's back and stretch back here. So you got that little rotation, you got that balance happening right here. Inhale, exhale, that's that arms just coming down that back leg. Feel a nice opening in that front of that hip. Inhale, exhale out. We're going to bring those arms around, cartwheel them around, bring the hand down. Knife edge of the foot is to the mat, and I'm going to stretch that arm over. So this foot here is facing the back wall, this foot's facing towards the divider. I'm going to stretch that arm over here. Inhale. Exhale out for that nice stretch. Bring it back up into that little warrior. Sink on down. Inhale, exhale, take it to the reverse. So it's similar to what we were doing before, stretching out that side body. We're still strengthening the lower body. Inhale, exhale, bring that arms up. Cartwheel yourself down around. Come back into that beautiful lunge position. Walk the foot to the edge of the mat, roll the toe out. So in that wide lunge, if you need to, you can drop that back knee and just work on pushing that knee out. So even if you want, you can drop that back knee and just gently pull out through the hip. Inhale, exhale out. You can place that hand back down, lift yourself back up, place that foot, walk it back into the center, just a quick little hip stretch. Step it on back, hold into that plank, walk yourself back on up. Inhale, exhale, nice little heavy hold here. Rolling yourself up, lift those arms, these little calf raises here. Roll the shoulders down and away, close the rib cage. Doing well. Inhale, exhale, let's dive it back on down. Still working a lot, aren't you? Coming into that plank. Inhale, exhale, push up into that dog. Adjust if you need to. Lift the left leg up. Bend it, pike the body as it steps on through into that lunge. Adjust if you need to, grab the books if you need to. Little bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Nice work. Bend and stretch. We're going to take it all to the side and then we'll take it down to the mat. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Straighten off, flex those toes. Remember, you can come down onto that knee if you like to. Just feeling a nice little calf release. Those calves can get super tight. And I find when your calves get tight, it's harder to do those squats and things because the calves restrict you. There's a good little stretch off right here. Inhale, exhale, bend that leg down. Use the core to lift yourself up. Sink into that lunge, take the opposite arm to leg and reach back. So it's a nice little stretch right here. I'm going to try and straighten that back leg off as I rotate around. Inhale, sink down to that lunge. Inhale, exhale out for 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pivot that back foot, come into that little warrior. That's it, right there, for that nice opening of the inner thighs. Fix my pants up as you do. I'm going to come down here and stretch over. Now you might be more flexible, you might want to bring the arm down and keep stretching over. I feel a little tight in the hips today. Lots of work. It depends on which workout you did to how you're going to feel. You try and stack those shoulders, so open up those arms or reach that arm over. Inhale, exhale, reverse it, slide it down. You can look down that leg if you like. Seeing yourself on the knife edge of that foot, sink into that front leg. Inhale, exhale, bring it back into that beautiful warrior. Bring the arms down, pivot the foot back, step into that plank, hold there for a second, and lower the body down. We're going to flop. No, arms are going to come out into a beautiful T-shape. I'm going to pick up one foot, flex it, and rotate it around for that scorpion stretch. So I'm just opening up the hips again a little bit more. Inhale, exhale out. So a nice little spine twist as we open up those hips. Bring it back to center. You look the opposite direction, flex that foot up and rotate. That's it. Inhale. Exhale out. Some nice little deep breaths in here. Inhale in. Exhale, bring it back to center. Bring those arms in. Roll the shoulders away. Just a little cobra stretch here. So it's pushing through those forearms, drawing the shoulders down, pulling the abs in and stretching up. You might just want to take your gaze up to the wall and bring it back down, all the way down to the mat. Take that like you're watching a little spider, run all the way up and watch him run all the way back down, pushing through. From here, inhale, exhale, bring those arms in a little bit more, push yourself back into that child's pose. Enjoy that little counter stretch right here. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself on up into all fours, into a camel stretch. So my knees are hip width apart, you just gently push those palms into the lower back. So think about putting your fingers down the denim pockets and gently pushing forward. This might just be your extent today. Make sure those abs are still drawing in. You don't want to just out the front. Or if you're a bit more flexible in the lower back, come here and then squeeze the glutes. You can even take the head back if that feels nice for you, whatever feels good. Just a nice little stretch, opening up the chest. Inhale, exhale out. Bring it back out. You bring the hands first and then pick yourself up. I'm going to squidge you onto the middle of my mat. We're going to bring one leg forward. This leg is out to the side. It's a single leg thigh stretch. It's a really great way to release off the thighs. When the thighs are really tight, I find it pulls your posture forward. So we don't want that. We want to feel nice and released. So once again, if you've got little props, you can put them in that lower back area. So my heel is just beside my leg. I'm here and I'm trying to rotate those hips nice and square. They're not quite there for me. They're a bit tippy-toppy, but that's totally fine. I'm a bit tight in this quad. So once you're here, you can either just stay here, or if you want, and it's not too much pressure in that abdominals or lower back, you can lie it down. And you can bring the hands overhead and enjoy a beautiful thigh release. Oh my goodness, that feels awful and amazing all at the same time. But remember, you don't want any pinging or pain, you just want a nice gentle release. So once again, if you need, you can actually add a cushion, a blanket, something that might feel a bit more comfortable for you right there. Inhale, exhale up. I'm going to breathe into that area, release any tension. Take another nice big inhale in, exhale out. If you're all the way down, not the chin, use those elbows to push yourself up here, release that leg off, lift yourself all the way up. I'm going to bend that other leg around, square off the hips. First check myself out here. How's that feeling? That side feels a lot better, it's a lot squarer. So sometimes there's definitely discrepancies and that's alright. Then if you're feeling comfortable, you can take it all the way down and then bring those hands overhead as the next step. As long as you can still feel you can keep that rib cage down, you've still got that nice little connection here. There's no coning or doning happening in that core area. You guys know your body, you know how it should feel. It just should feel like a beautiful, gentle release, not pinging, pain, none of that going on. Nice work. Inhale, exhale out. Once again, gently bring yourself down here, nod the chin, bring yourself all the way up. Then if you like, you can take it into the full, but for time-wise, we're going to roll it all the way down. If you need to bring those hands behind the knees, you can. And we're just going to rest and release right here. So if you want to, you can take it into that double thigh stretch. It will feel amazing if you did single, or just come and relax off here. Just let those legs flop out, the hands get nice and heavy, and then let the chest feel like the heart sinking into the mat. This is your time to take some nice deep breaths in. Feel that stomach, pull it all the way out. Relax the forehead. This is a nice time to just give yourself a full body scan. See how the body's feeling, where there's tension, and try and release it off. Just letting the body know it's done a great job. It can relax now, take some restoring time. This is just as important just to have that little lay down before you get back into your day, especially if you're a busy mum. Cherish this moment. If you can stay here, put on some music, grab a pillow, have a nap. Your body will thank you for it. It will so thank you for it. And often we discard those things. And I think sometimes, definitely I know for myself, I want to be busy, go all the time. But sometimes my body just wants to stop and recharge so I can get through the rest of the day with a smile on my face and not be absolutely exhausted by the end of the day. When you're ready, wriggle those fingers or wriggle those toes to start waking that body up, and bend the legs in, gently roll up onto your side, come up into a nice seated position. Let's just take some gentle little head rolls right here, left and right, waking up that neck. A little stretch forward and then a little cat arch back. Inhale, exhale, bring it all the way up and open. It's a nice little position to sit cross-legged as well for our hips. And bring it all the way up. Beautiful nod. So I'm trying to stay that nice straight back right here. Nod the chin up and down. Let's give yourself a little bit of chiropractor love. So do these little chin tucks. Let's do 2. And last one. Bring the feet together. Bring the hands on forward. Gently roll the body up. Inhale, exhale, let that head get really heavy. See if you can come down a little bit further now, like a little bit more mobile. Inhale, exhale, slight bend in those knees, restack the spine. Lift those arms up and overhead and bring them all the way back down and roll those shoulders back down and away. Give your body a little bit of a wake up side to side. Hopefully you're feeling nice and rejuvenated. That's it, inhale, exhale. Bring it on back to center and well done. Give yourself a hug. Say, I did it, and I even incorporated the self-care and the self-love time. Thank you so much for joining me on this 10-10 series. I hope you're having a fabulous time getting through 10 minutes, different body parts, mixing and matching. Let me know how you're going. If you've got any questions or queries, I'm here to help. Thanks, guys.